Hello everyone, this side Asta Goswami, and today I am presenting one new topic which is dispersion from average. Sorry for the interruption. There is some noise is coming from my cooler, and because the summer is there, and heat waves is there, so that's the reasons constantly we need to put some cooler or AC, and that's why this noise are coming out. So please ignore the noise and let's move to the topic. So it is dispersion from average. So like we have studied from dispersion from value. From there are two types of dispersion, like range and quartile deviation. Okay, so now we are studying the mean deviations, MD. So mean deviations or average deviation is a series in the arithmetic average of the deviations of the variance of items from the measures of the central tendency, that is either from AM or mean or median. So mean deviation is based on all the observations of the series, is calculated from as the average of the deviations obtained from arithmetic mean, median and mode. So here we are calculating and considering all the observations, because the observations is calculated by the average, and we know that when we are calculating the average, so every observation, each and every observation is considered. So here in order to calculate the average, there are so many measures like arithmetic mean, median, mode. So whatever the measures you are taking, so while taking the measures, so and putting the formula list of the formulas of the mean deviation, and while dividing it, we get the mean deviations, which we will study further. So here what is written, mean deviations or the average deviations is a series. So it is also called the average deviations because first we have to take the average and then we will calculate the deviation. So in a series of the arithmetic average of the deviations of the various items, so from which we are calculating the deviation. So first is we calculate the average and then we are calculating the deviations from that average. So while we are calculating the observation, so it is obvious that all the observation is considered and calculated in the series. So from a measures of a central tendency, either from the arithmetic mean, median, mode, the mean deviation is based on all the observations of the series and is calculated as the average of the deviations obtained from arithmetic mean, median or mode. So MD is equal to summation D by N is equal to 1 by N is equal to GI. So here summation D by N is what? So summation, the sign summation by N is itself a mean. Okay, so here how can we write this in the other form? So we can also write 1 by N because this is in a denominator, and then we write summation. So if you are writing in the formula, so try to write it in the organized and proper format, where in the summation in the above there is N and in the bottom there is the index number equal to 1. Okay, and then we have DI. So why we have written DI? Because deviations in the I numbers, index number. So the given numbers of deviation is there. It is not specific that this deviation is there. So when we don't know how much deviations, or when in general terms I is putting on the formulas where we don't know how many number of observations is there, so here the you can write this formula. This is you can use by working formula, and if you are writing the formulas of median deviation, you can write 1 by N summation DI. Okay, so there are so many list of formulas. So there are direct method, indirect, individual series, then direct method, and there are 4 other types of, so not 4, in the mean deviations, like if you have studied the standard deviations, or even in the arithmetic mean there is mentioned that there are so many methods to calculate even in the average or deviations or something like that. Like there is a direct method, then we have assumed mean method, actual method, step deviations. But here while calculating the mean deviation we have just one method, which is direct method, and there is a list of formulas based on number of series. So there are three kinds of series, as we know: individual series, discrete series, and continuous series. Okay, and we can calculate by any measures of average, either from mean or median or mode. Okay, so now we are finding out. So first is mean deviations from mean. Okay, so first you have to write the working formula, which is summation d by n, and d is what? D is the number of observations minus mean, because here we are calculating from the mean. Then in the median the things is changed from mean to median, and in the mode the things is changed from mode to, here in the xi also mode is there. So well, in order to calculate the mode there is no such structured or formula. So to calculate the mode, first you have to calculate the mean and then median, and then put in the relationship between the mean and mode, which is mode is equal to 3 times median minus 2 times mean. And when you are putting all this formula, then you get the mode. So then you can write it. Here in the discrete series, what is the additional thing which is added, which is a frequency. So in both formulas, like in the denominator and numerator, frequency is multiplied, and the n is not n number of observation, is the summation of frequency. So here the similar thing, and here the deviation is how it is calculated from the mean. So here this is similar thing which is repeated in median and mode. Okay, then we have continuous series MD. So here the one additional step is there, where x is not present, we have to calculate the mid value and then proceed as it is, as we are doing in the discrete series. Okay, now we are moving to the coefficient of the mean deviation. So coefficient of mean deviation MD x by x. So here in order to calculate any kind of coefficient or the relative value, you have to write the mean deviation and then divide it by the mean, median or mode whatsoever. So divided with the same to calculate the deviations from the average. So here what is mean deviations? Whatever we calculate, then we have an actual mean, and similarly in the median and mode. So here you can how you can calculate the coefficient of mean deviations. Now we have determinations of MD, direct method. So now, well, in the determinations we are calculating all the measures. Like in the individual series there is a number of marks like 22, 29, 12, 23, 18, 15, 12, 18, 12. So here there is just x observation is there is the absence of frequency. So how we will calculate? So first we will calculate the mean, because we are calculating direct method from the mean. So first we are calculating the mean, where mean deviations from the xi is there. So here we write the questions in the vertical form. So if you are making any table, so try to make it in a vertical form. Why it is so? Because the vertical form is more understandable and it grabs the attention. So if you are writing in the horizontal way, so it's hard for teachers to grab the information. So try to write it, don't save the pages. Okay, so here is x, then dx minus x x dash, which is mean, and here I am written nothing, because all the values are just messed up with each other. So whatever the values in this side, so I have repeated this side so that I can make the questions very clearly. Here there is a neat and clean table is there. So here mean deviation from the how we will calculate the mean deviation. So first we have to count out the summation of the x. So we have counted up and added all the observations of the x observations, and then how many number of observations? There are 10 number of observations. Then what we get? 19.5 marks. So here the unit is important. Then we subtract from 19.5 to the all the observation, and whatever we get is the deviation x minus mean. Okay, now we will calculate the mean deviation. So how we will calculate the mean deviation? By putting the formula in the individual series, so which is summation d by n. So here the mean is there. Well, your first step is to calculate the mean, then you subtract from the original observation to the mean, whatever you get, this is the summation of the deviation. So here one thing you can you may observe that there is the lining in the both sides. This is not a bracket, this is a modian. So modian, why modian is there? So modian is there to remove the sign of negative or positive. So here there is no such positive and negative effect in the questions, and there is no considerations of the plus and minus. So you can see that even if the 19.5 20 when we calculate, so here the value is 2.5. So we just simply return these things. We are not using any positive sign over here. Even some questions like you can see that 12 minus 19.5. So here negative should be there because this value is small, but here negative is omitted. So why it is omitted? Because in the modian all the signs will be ignored. So here the whatever the summation value of positive would be positive is written here, and the number of observation, then we get 5 marks. Okay, so this is the mean deviation. So now to calculate the coefficient of the mean deviation, what we need the value of the mean deviations and the mean. So from the mean deviations will come, and in the coefficient of the mean deviations both values will be important. So here we have written mean deviation by x by mean, and then we put the values, and what we will get 0.256, and here unit is not there because it is the value of coefficient. So here this is the answer. Then we have then this is a mean deviations from median. So here what to make the median, what we will do, first is marks, then we arrange it. So in the median as we have studied the earlier, where you can arrange it either in the either in the ascending order or descending order. So it's better to arrange it in the ascending order, but middle value will be same, but the process will be quite easy for you. So that's why I have arranged the format in the ascending order. So after ascending it, I subtract the value. I subtract the values especially from the median. So how we will calculate the median? So first is mean deviation from ME. So here I will calculate the median. So the size of the n plus 1 term, and then 5.5 term. So here we will see that 5.5 where it is 5.5 item. That means that it is between the 5th or 6th item. So 1 2 3 4 5. So here this is 18. Okay, so 5th items, then 0.5 you can write it, and this is subtracted. So it is subtracted, so that means that 5th item should be considered. So here in the 5th item is what? 18. So now size of the 5th items and all the values are put it together, and then what we get? 18th marks. Okay, now after getting the value of the 18th, what we do that we subtract, then we will find out the deviation part. So how we will find out? We will subtract the median. Okay, So xi is there, and we subtract the median. So whatever the values we get, this is the value of deviation. Here the signs are ignored. So what the value we get 67, is it, sorry, 57. Okay, now we already find out the median, then we find out the mean deviations while putting the same formula and formulate, and then we find out the coefficient of the mean deviations, and here we are just simply put it out and we get this answer. Okay, so now, like for calculating the mean deviations, first you have to calculate the median and then mean deviations. The basic same formula is there, and after that just subtract it, which is then divide it, so that you get the coefficient of the mean deviation. Then we have mean deviation from mode. So here there is no such formula for the mode. So first we will calculate the mean, and then we will calculate the median, and then we will calculate the mode. So here 22, 29, 12, 23, 18, 15, 12, 34, 18, 12 is there. Then marks is 12, and all over the marks is there. So this is just a arranged format. Okay, this is nothing else. Then we will calculate the arithmetic mean. So here there is a summation of all the observations divided by number of observation, and then we get 19.5 marks. So here how we will calculate the median. So first we will calculate the size of the answer. So after calculating it, we get 18 marks as similar as that, and then we will put all the values. So we already know about the value of the mean and mode, then we will calculate 15 marks. Okay, so the answer is in the whole number, which is a very fortunate thing. Then we will subtract each and every value, and then we will get this value, and we add we addition all the value and whatever we get. So this is like now whatever we get, so this is the due to the effect of the mode. So for a modulatory asymmetrical series, like here we will put the values and we get the 15 marks. So the mean deviation is what? So while subtracting each and every observation from 15 and ignoring all the signs, we have 63 by 10, and then we subtract it. Sorry, and then we find out the deviations. Okay, here is median written, and there is median is mean deviation is there. One point is lack, I will correct it, which is the coefficient of the median, mean deviation from the mode. Okay, then we will move to the discrete series. So here is 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1, 1. So here is number of series, marks, then fx, d, xy, xx, x dash, and ft is there. Okay, so I will fix the answer, and I will make just wait a minute, I will make another video where the discrete series and continuous series is there. So I will meet you in the next video. Take care.